Once again, we arrive at Chat Made Me Watch This Reviews, and this week it's K-pop Demon Hunters. This movie is a literal phenomenon. Came out of nowhere, dropped on Netflix, and took the world by storm. A lot of people really love it. It is animation. It's not anime, it's animation. It's kind of a combination of several different animation genres. It's basically got Western animation in there. It's got sort of Western CGI animation with a little bit of Japanese, Eastern anime styles thrown in there, a lot of content, a lot of tropes. So it's kind of an amalgamation of a lot of different animation styles. And as I said earlier, before we started this, here's how we're going to tackle this today. I'm going to give you my objective review first, and then I'm going to give you my subjective review, because that's the only way I can properly talk about this. So, objectively, K-pop Demon Hunters is a fine movie. An hour, 39 minutes. It's a tight script. It's a simply written script. It doesn't try to be more than it is, but the script does have some failings to it. We spend so much time with the main character, Rumi, that the other two girls kind of fall by the wayside in terms of character development as the movie goes on. But what is the movie about? Okay, so what we got here is, of course, it starts, the prologue is about how I'm guessing, I don't say medieval, just olden times Korea, where demons were basically running rampant and swallowing souls and feeding their demon king, whose name I don't understand. And warning now, I only remember the name Rumi and Bobby, their manager. I don't remember anybody else's names. Rumi only because they just kept saying Rumi throughout the whole movie. So that is the only one that stuck with me. That and their name, the band name Helltrix, and the Soulja Boys, which was the demon boy band. Anyway, so where the demons running rampant, and what was discovered is that if certain empowered female warriors using the power of song and spiritual combat were able to push back the demons and create this barrier called the Honma to keep the demons suppressed and from sucking souls and empowering their demon king. And for centuries, the demon slayers, the demon hunters, wrong franchise. The demon hunters kept passing on the torch through song. And what they did is they basically created, at least in their section of the world, the idea of idols, idol culture, where these girl groups are so popular and it energizes. They get the energy from the fans, and the energy and the love of fans strengthen the Honma to keep the demons suppressed. And meanwhile, those that do escape, then these trios, these girl bands, these pop girl bands, these magical girl bands, essentially now, they're magical girl bands, because this is definitely got the magical girl trope in it. They go out and slay demons. They kill demons to keep them suppressed. And here we are, modern day, current day, and this is supposed to be the final iteration, where they've done so well that they've worked for so long, so hard, that the Honma is going to turn gold, and it will lock away the demon realm forever. There you go. Okay, simple backstory. And here we got our current girls, Huntrix, the current band, and now instead of just being, they embody K-pop, Korean pop. And they're the #1 band in the world for the past 5 years. Everybody loves them. It's total. This movie totally shows you what social media idol band culture is like. People are nuts, and it's, from what I can say, it is it's overdone, over the top. But idol culture is like that. These people are nuts for these things. So it's a fair representation of what idol culture is like in Korea and in Japan. Right. So here we are. They're gonna win it, and essentially, the Demon King and his minions know that they're effed. They're not getting out of this. But then there's this one dude in the demon population says, I have a plan. We're going to counter them, not by trying to kill them, because we're all obviously too incompetent to kill these girls. We're going to beat them at their own game. We're going to essentially make a K-pop boy band to rival them. And the guy who does it, in his previous life, before he got turned into a demon, he sold his soul to become a musician at the time. And so he's able to lead them. So the whole movie is about the fight for the power of the fans as the Soulja Boys, the demon boy band, are going against Huntrix to steal it. Within that, you have the story of Rumi, the girl in the middle who's got the purple hair and the giant braided hair bun, which honestly annoys me. I do not like the way her hair is braided. Visually, it bothers me. It's an aesthetic. I don't mind a giant braid, but I don't like it that it runs over her entire top of her head. I don't like that. The aesthetic is not pleasing to me. But you have Rumi and her two girls who are basically unified, but the problem is this: Rumi hides a secret. She's half demon, and her mom had an affair with her father, who was a demon, who they never mentioned. We don't know who the father was. We don't even really know much about her mother. We just know that after her mother died, one of the other members of the previous demon hunting trio became her foster mother and took care of her, but told her to hide her demon nature. Demons are identified in this world with basically purple marks all over their body, and she has marks on her arm, and the older she gets, the marks have been spreading, so much so that they've spread right here to her throat, and it's threatening her ability to sing and complete their mission to have the Honma. So basically, the movie now revolves around the A plot. The A plot is beat the Soulja Boys to complete the Honma. The B plot is Rumi's struggle with her nature, her nature, and her belief that she's a mistake in life, because everybody's always her foster mother told her you have to hide it, you can't tell anybody. She hasn't told her friends that she's half demon, which is part of the plot towards the end. And then you've got the leader of the demon boy band who wants his memories erased because he betrayed his own family for his fame before he got turned into a demon, trying to convince her that it's okay to give in to her anger as a demon. But at the same time, she's trying to convince him there's still good in him, very, very Star Wars-esque, and there's still good in you. You could make a mistake, but all the while dealing with her own inner pain of, I have to do this, I have to finish this, I have to fix myself, I'm a mistake. It's essentially the themes of love yourself for who you are, don't lie to yourself. You can find redemption if you can make a mistake and come back from it. Those times of classic trope themes. As I said, this is simple, basic stuff, and the movie does it fairly well. It doesn't go beyond. It doesn't try to get too deep. It keeps it all surface. And of course, everything comes to a head at the end, where the girls were trying to make a new song to combat the Soulja Boys, but it was a song filled with hatred and anger, and that's not who they are. And they try to go away from it, but the song is still there, and the demon boy band uses it against them, and they reveal Rumi's half-breed nature, and for a moment the girls turn on her and they get sucked into the whole idea of giving up on everything. A lot of black pill shit happens and everybody's about to get their soul sucked, until Rumi, first she confronts her foster mother about it, who, again, I think this is a bad part of the movie here, where the foster mother doesn't really win her. She doesn't have her mind change. She's so wedded to hiding the fact that she's a demon. They can start over, they can hide it, they can fix, they can lie more, lie. And Rumi was like, no, we can't lie anymore. And it's a good thing for Rumi, but it's failing in the character development of all the other characters. I feel like part of the problems of this movie is that Rumi's development, other characters suffer for Rumi's character development, which is bad. Her character development isn't bad. It's just there isn't enough time given to anything. And that's the failing of making this an hour, 39-minute movie and not a series. But I'll get into that towards the end. So, of course, at the very end, everybody's getting their souls drained by the Demon King. He's getting stronger. The Demon Boy Band is winning. And then Rumi and the other two girls, they've been whammied. Rumi shows up and she says, I'm here to stop pretending to be a lie. Everything I've done was a lie. The Honma I fought for was a lie. So instead, but then she gets a surprise. So I'm going to destroy this Honma. And you think, oh no, she's going to go evil. But no. Instead, I'm going to make a new one built on truth. And then she starts singing this new song that they had been struggling to come up with, and the girls ad-lib it as well, and then they bring them back, and then they do, this is their final moment where they're all powered up, and her scars, her marks are no longer purple, but they're shining with brilliance, and they stand up and they win, and they start kicking everybody's ass, and Demon Boy Band leader sacrifices himself to save Rumi, and then they defeat the Demon King or send him back to hell, and then everything's great, and then the girls embrace their next journey to keep embracing the fans and speak truth, and they hint that the Demon Boy Band guy is going to come back at the end because his cat and bird are still there. So that's essentially the movie, and as I said, objectively speaking, well written. The dialogue is tight, very goofy, a lot of forced humor though, a lot of forced humor that for me didn't land. They work in a lot of Western anime tropes of very wild facial expressions, very like at one point when the girls are gooning over the Demon Boy Band, they have all they see are their abs, and they see hearts on their eyes and popcorn in their eyes to represent abs. A lot of goofy shit like that, which to me breaks me out of whatever escapism, whatever suspension of disbelief I had watching this. It's ill-timed humor, if you ask me. It's ill-timed humor. At the same time, the choreography is tight. There's nothing wrong with the choreography. The animation, I don't particularly like this CGI style of animation. It's a little, the uncanny valley bothers me with the way it moves and the way they react to the environment. There's just something about it I don't like. I prefer 2D art. I just do. I don't like CGI animation. I really don't. Overall, the characters aren't bad. Rumi is fine. The other two girls don't get a whole lot of development. They kind of pull up short. We know a little bit about them, and we get a little bit into their minds, but they kind of go away from it. And I feel as though they get shortchanged. Maybe in future movies, because we know there's going to be more, they'll be the center of attention. But overall, well directed with this, and the music. I understand, and I can see why it's popular. The beats are engaging. The lyrics, when they're not rushed, when they're not doing too much rapping, you can follow them. They are, when it's the positive music, it's empowering, stuff like that. It's positive. I can sense what it would take to be energized by what they're saying. But for me, I do not like K-pop. This is not my type of music. I'm the beat, the repetitive beat behind the lyrics. I don't like that sound in my ear. I don't. But I will admit that like that final song, Million Pieces, whatever it's called, it's a very powerful song, and I can understand why it's empowering, because it feels good, but I don't really enjoy it, if that makes any sense. So objectively, it's a good movie. If I was giving a score, which I normally don't for this, I would give this an 8.5 out of 10 objectively. Subjectively, my soul is in pain watching this. Watching these girls do quick takes, watching them go, and then watching them yammer at each other, watching them behave stupidly, watching them jump back and forth from one style of personality to another. The overused comedy, the forced comedy hurts me. The songs, again, I can understand why they're enjoyable, but they're painful to me. I hate listening to them. I fast forwarded through a couple of them because I couldn't take it. The storytelling, while tight for an hour 39 minutes, there's a lot left on the floor. There's a lot left out there that is not answered, that you don't know enough about backstories. There's not enough of these character relationships. The rest of the Soulja Boy demons, who are clearly evil and not conflicted like their leader, you get nothing from them. Nothing. They're just there, and there could be more. Especially if you had relations, if you worked on, clearly the other girls were gooning for them. They were hot for them. There's so much story that could have been told is up on the ground, so that just bugs me. I see stories that are left untouched. They have the whole thing, like I said, with the foster mom, Celine, I think her name was, who only wants to tell lies and doesn't want to tell the truth. That whole story, I feel like there is a level of disrespect to an older person who is wedded away, and there's like no conversation had there. It's just dismissed. You're wrong. I need to tell the truth. And there's no resolution to that. At the end, there's no resolution to a lot of these smaller storylines that are introduced in the movie. Not even hinted that, oh, we're going to come back to this. No, just dropped. At the same time, I feel like personally the idea of I'm hiding my truth self from my friends. It's a tired trope. They use a lot of different tropes in this, a lot of reused tropes, executed decently but tired. And it doesn't make sense that Rumi is so black-pilled about who she is that she would hide this from her friends. Because and they try to reinforce it over and over again that their friends hate demons so much that's why she's afraid. And if they're your friends, they would have understood. And I don't like the way they do it. I don't like the way it was executed. It bothers me subjectively. I don't. There's better ways certain parts of this story could have been told. And the drawing out of the will they, won't they of demon boy band leader and Rumi, it's fine, but they draw it out to lengths where it's not. I'm a hopeless romantic. I love romance of these things. I didn't connect with their romance or their budding romance. I didn't connect with it at all. It didn't land with me. It was not fun because I don't feel like they were good together. Because it's just something about it. I've only seen the ones. I'd have to see. Maybe if I had to watch it again, I could come with more, or with a discussion with somebody else who really loves it. Maybe I could come to a full conclusion why. But because of course this is why we do this type of review style here. I don't have time to fully think about all my thoughts. I don't sit down and plan anything. I watch it and then I sit down and I talk to you guys about it. So I haven't fully formed every single aspect of what bothers me, but I know things bother me. That being said, subjectively, this movie is not for me. I didn't really enjoy it. I tolerated it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like. Subjectively, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. But objectively, it's an 8.5 out of 10. It justifies its existence. It has reached fans in a way that is important. But at the same time, this is, for lack of a better term, this is normie anime. It's normie shit. This ain't deep. It ain't really fantastic. It may be fun for some people, but it's not deep. It's not. There's no layers to this. There's a single layer. Once you get through it, there's not much more to it from my perspective. Some of the jokes did land. The only joke that really landed for me was when Rumi and demon boy band leader are starting to get along. She asks him, why is the bird wearing the hat? And he just says in a very good delivery, deadpan way, I made the hat for the cat. The bird just keeps wearing it. I got a chuckle out of that. I don't have a favorite song. The songs didn't really land with me. I don't have a favorite song. At this point, and we are now, yesterday when I watched it, they were in my head. Here we are now, 24 hours later, almost 24 hours later. I don't remember a single tune in my head. None of it. It's gone. It has been washed away. So I don't have a favorite song. So this, and it's not bad that it's normie, but this isn't high art. It's normal art. And I'll say, there's no agenda in this at all. It's purely entertainment. And it is, for those who like it, it's fun, and it's not damaging. It's just not the kind of thing that I enjoy. I'm going to go back and watch real anime is what I'm going to do. So there it is. I have now done, as asked, K-pop Demon Hunters. Chat made me watch this reviews. I hope you guys appreciate that I did it, and I hope you understand where I came from here. I tried to be as fair as I could here while making it clear I didn't really enjoy this. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. All right, there you go. We're done. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.